Tuscany, Italy travel tips to get a full experience. The following Tuscany, Italy travel tips will make your visit to this city fun and memorable. Tuscany is the heartland of beautiful Italy and a region steeped in history. Your decision is no doubt a good one. Tuscany is where the Italian language was created and the birthplace of Pinocchio. There is so much to look forward to. This region contains locations like Florence, Siena, and Lucca that provide their visitors with such a unique experience. What more? These regions serve as the perfect location to search for fine art or explore the exceedingly beautiful countryside. Additionally, they have many beautiful landscapes which surround their traditional towns and cities. Lastly, it is the perfect place for wine tasting and simply enjoying the impressive view. So, why this article, you ask? Well, to make sure your trip goes even way better than what you might expect. Intrigued? We know you are. Just read further to know how to get the best out of a Tuscany adventure. Delight in the extraordinary scenery. Tuscany and its mind-blowing scenery with sumptuous, extravagantly green farm fields could leave you feeling like you were in a painting. It also has hillsides grooved with wavy rural roads which are bordered with pointy cypress trees. Additionally, its stately churches, humble chapels, simple farmhouses, and circles of tress which are perched in resplendent tableaus would leave you speechless. Every tree planted, farmhouse restored and every road rerouted is largely considered carefully based on aesthetics. Lastly, beauty lies present in the DNA of the Tuscans and they also believe they are inheritors and stewards of a centuries-long legacy of beauty. Enjoy a 0-kilometer meal on the farm. For centuries, farm-to-table was a thing in Tuscany before it became famous among many 21st-century American gourmets. The Tuscans have always been acutely aware that the same product can taste very different depending on the conditions in which the produce was grown. A lot of Tuscan farms invite visitors to acquire the skill of making their wine, olive oil, and prosciutto, but by far, the best farm experience is having a 0-calorie meal. This means all the ingredients for that meal are sourced within less than a kilometer of where they're consumed. The beauty of this is that you're not just eating food but eating a very specific place. Gaze at lovely art in a forgotten church. With the likes of Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Raphael, Donatello during the 1400s and 1500s, the Tuscan art world had a very deep bench. But you may find that some beautiful works do not hang in famous Florence museums but are stored up in off-the-beaten-path towns and ignored countryside churches. For example, in Arezzo, you can walk into the Technicolor apse of the town church where you would see gorgeous frescoes by Piero della Francesca. This among many other works can be found in the not-so-famous parts of Tuscany. Best of all, the majority of tourists would have never seen or heard of these sites, so you get to enjoy these beauties in solitude. Meet an artisan. As said, the Tuscans have a deep dedication to beauty. As a result, many of them have devoted their lives to mastering a craft. They have an amazing knack for creating things with care and precision while carrying on a proud aesthetic tradition that traces back centuries. It would be a great idea to take the time to calm down and look out for the modern-day masters. Trust us, you'll surely be left with enduring memories. So, remember, if you want something done right with care, precision, and artistry, get yourself a Tuscan. Find accommodation at Agriturismo. The Agriturismo is a farm that is subsidized by the government to introduce tourists to a distinct pastoral lifestyle. Italy happens to have more than 20 Agriturismo. The Agriturismo is obliged to be working farms, meaning they need to produce something. They are required to do this while also providing accommodations, restaurants, or educational activities. They could also provide all at once. Have some artisanal gelato. For premium gelato, we recommend the gelato artist, Nicholas Agabi. He prepares a lot of fresh batches every morning, so most times, they're never available by midday. And once you've missed that batch, that is the end of that day. Such a total gelato snob. So, you have to get there early enough when he's all stocked up to relish his exceedingly flavorful creations. Our favorite gelato artist makes it worth your while by going all in. You can see flavors like creamy basil, carrot ginger, kiwi spinach among many others. You can get all these at Nicola's Gelateria in Pienza and Montepulciano. Know the Etruscans. This may seem like a boring adventure, but trust us, it's far from that. They may be the most fascinating prehistoric people you probably have never thought about. There are so many facts that set them apart from the other prehistoric people you know. Their advanced culture set a foundation for the ancient Romans and fundamentally for all Western civilization. They also warned Julius Caesar about the Ides of March as well as gave their name to the region of Tuscany. Despite all these achievements, the Etruscans left almost nothing behind, therefore surrounding their civilization in mystery. We promise it'll prove a fun and educative experience. Try a cooking class. This region, known for its outrageously appealing food culture, would be a great place to start learning how to cook. From big, sloppy plates of pasta to elegant high cuisine, you can learn it all. You can learn hand-rolling pasta in a casual, family-friendly setting, or you can go to the private residence of a talented home chef to gather a seasonal feast. You can also hang out in the kitchen of a Michelin star chef among many others. You may also want to try a truffle hunt in a Tuscan forest. This process, which involves chasing a smart dog who has the scent of those precious deposits, gives you an entirely new appreciation for a plate of truffle pasta. Visit during the off-seasons. The off-season generally is all months excluding the summer months. As with many other famous European tourist attractions, Tuscany can be very crowded. Fortunately, the region stays as interesting during its off-season when it's a lot quieter. Essentially, because the region is less crowded, you get to enjoy each tourist attraction in peace and without feeling rushed. Also, there are lots of temporary seasonal foods and events that are completely exclusive to the off-seasons. Additionally, January counts as one of the official sale times in Italy due to lower patronage. Going during the off-seasons will allow you to take advantage of the lower prices while having the time of your life. We can't think of how this could possibly go wrong. Sail to Elba for an island getaway. As much as all the above activities are unarguably awesome, you may be looking for a change of pace. So, why not hop on a ferry for an hour's trip of crossing to the little Isle of Elba? This little island would leave you amazed and charmed. Elba happens to be synonymous with Napoleon, who was exiled there for 10 months after his terrific defeat. Visiting his now run-down residences can prove very moving and saddening, but there is much more to expect from this island. With pebbly beaches, hard-working harbors, seafood dinners, Elba proves an incredibly relaxing escape. Conclusion to visiting Tuscany, Italy. Well, we have come to the end of our little journey. We hope it was as enjoyable reading it as it was writing this for you. Now, you've read about the amazing scenery, the exquisite wine, the beautiful art, and the most intriguing history, and we're sure you're already hooked. But aside from all these, we have a few more ideas to make your stay even more amazing. You may want to take a long hike in the mountains or simply rent a Vespa and fly through the countryside on a beautiful day. You may also consider visiting naturally formed springs like the Bagno Vignoni, Petriolo, Saturnio among others. Or how about a hot air balloon ride or a quick session of scuba diving to check on your to-do list and the number of stories to tell? Lastly, you may want to spice things up and raise your pulse a couple of numbers by paragliding. We really can't name all the different adventures ranging from extreme to soft-natured. With this list, we're sure your decision to visit is already etched in stone, and as always, we wish you have an amazing trip. So, pour out some wine, kick your legs up and have the time of your life.